There we go. I thought I heard myself twice. We should be good now. Good morning. It is Thursday. I think Thursdays will do more like a therapy morning session where I play a slower paced game, something that's more calming, like this. Not a lot of like shooting, Call of Duty stuff, a game which I do play that. Next week we will be Monday morning. What are we playing? I forgot what we're playing. We'll probably play some Call of Duty Monday morning. We will see. But next week I will be getting the horror game. The game. What is that called? Silent Hill 2. Goodbye. Oh wait. Podcast Daddy, welcome in. Why does it say you're not a risk? It says likely harasser restricted. Why is it saying that? Hold on. No, you're not a restrict. Hold on. I'm not. Why is it? Can you hear me? Why does it say restricted? Chat not published? Oh. Okay. So Podcast Daddy, I think because you put a whole bunch of O's in front of it, my bot is thinking you are a harasser. Just make sure you don't put that on there. Pokecat. Oh, I have your attention, but you're lurking and drive. That's okay. That's okay. Lurk and drive. Just be careful. Please be careful driving. Dude, I have no idea it's done that. I have no idea it's done that in every chat. Really? It's so weird. Like, I'm trying to see. Hold on. The only options it's giving me is ban you, time you out, warn you, or mod you. Let me see if I click this. No, I don't. I'm gonna click follow you. Maybe that changes things. Let's see. I don't know. I don't know why it's doing that. No. Stop restricting. Let me see. This user was flagged as likely harasser by the system at 7:38 a.m. Suspicious user and the restricted stats are not able to publicly post chat. Okay, let me, I'm gonna click stop restricting on you. Let's see if that works. Okay, it should work. Try again, type again, maybe it'll work. Pokecat, how are you doing? If you're driving, do not type, just lurk, please. I don't want you in an accident or anything like that. I do hope you are having a good morning. I do hope you're all having a good morning. I was not going to stream. I don't usually stream on Thursdays, but Crystal, welcome in. Good morning. I don't usually stream on Thursdays, but you know what? I say Thursday. There we go. First time chatters working Twitch. I'm a good boy. I didn't do anything like that. So we have a new member in the ACT community, and for some reason, he just joined my stream, first time chatter, and for some reason it restricted him. I'm not sure why. They like I don't know. It says like he's a harasser, but he's not a harasser. You know what? Why don't you click that follow button if you haven't hit follow yet? Mr. Podcast Daddy. I hope you're not having issues on your. No, I'm not having any issues on my end. And so far, everything's okay. Everything's a-okay on my end. Yeah, it's very weird that they did that. There is Sign of Life. How are you doing, Sign? Unfortunately, I will not be able to play tomorrow. I got plans. I was just told that yesterday, so we are cleaning all this up. Why is... Hold on, because I usually play this with mouse and keyboard, and right now I'm playing on controller. That way I could stream on both Twitch and YouTube. Let me see. Can I change it? Can I loosen up the controls a little bit? Where's the analog stick? No. There's gotta be a way. Yeah, no. Oh, so you know who I'm talking about, right? Oh, here it is. Control sensitivity. Ooh, that's way too high. Let's go halfway. Let's try that. No, that's not it. Again, I'm used to playing this with mouse and keyboard. That's why I'm like, ugh. Do I need to make it higher? Or cursor. Maybe it's the cursor. Oof. Let's go with that. Yeah, I'm like, when I was told, I was like, really? Are you serious right now? I thought. How do we change? I don't know how to play with controller here this game, so we're just doing it right now. I hope you're all having a good morning. Let me make sure the water is not too loud. It's pretty loud in my ears. That's why I'm asking. Yeah, let's lower it a little bit over here, and we're gonna lower it a little bit over here. Is everybody a call? Oh, oh yes, that is true. I did this. I did this for you. I see some hearts coming in. I see some hearts coming in. A buzz noise? There shouldn't be a buzz noise. I don't know what that is. You sure it's not the water that you're hearing? How do I... Okay, that's like that. There's a way to change it. There we go. Changing the nozzle. There we go. Just like this. Just like your phone does. No, my phone is really far away. I don't know what it is, why it causes that issue on my end. I don't know what's going on. But yes, it is the morning therapy session. Let me know if the water sound is a little too loud for you guys. If it is, I can lower it a bit more. I just figured, you know, ASMR. You guys know what ASMR is, right? That's that sound porn thing. Oh my god, I'm so used to the mouse and keyboard. It's so much better with mouse and keyboard. How do I... There's a way to... Okay, that's to look at that. Oh, okay, that's how you make it a little looser. Okay. And then... Okay, that turns it on. Okay. Okay, now I got an idea. Just right. Okay, perfect. You don't hear it now, maybe. Maybe, that's probably what it is. I probably get emails coming through and maybe it sends like a static signal on my end and it causes that. I don't know. I really don't know why it does that. It's very annoying. But I do hope everyone's having a good morning. I hope everyone's having a good day. Sign, I hope you had a good day at work today. I have work today. I am officially off starting next week, Friday. I will not be streaming for a whole week from the 11th through the 19th. I will be on vacation. And I will not be here. So I will be on vacation. I will be gone visiting my sister in Montana. So I'll be there for a little bit. What is going on? Why isn't this? There we go. Let's clean this out. So what I'm telling people is I hope you miss me. Water is good. Thank you so much. You're still at work. Oof. Hour left. Okay. How do I change the nozzle? Here we go. This is what I want to do. I actually love this game. I discovered this game on Xbox Game Pass because I was just like, oh, I want something more calming, a simulator style of game. And once I downloaded it just to try it out, I was completely hooked. Completely hooked. And because I have Game Pass on PC and on Xbox, I downloaded this on my PC. So, you know, I've been playing the story mode. If you download it on your Xbox, it syncs up with your save points because it's saved to the cloud. And I'm able to continue on my console or on PC. So I do like that a lot. I like that feature. I like Game Pass a lot. I think if you have an Xbox, you should get Game Pass. A lot of free games that are out. A lot of good games that are out. Another game that I want to try that I have not tried is Stardew. That, I don't know, farm simulator type of thing. And there is a farming simulator as well. Let's change this back. These are coins, right? Let's clean this here. I do want to try Stardew. But yeah, today's just a... And I'm streaming because I'm just, you know, working on getting my numbers up. YouTube, Twitch. So that's why I'm streaming on Thursday. Thursday morning. I think Thursdays and Tuesday mornings, if I'm able to, I will be streaming on those days. If I'm able to. If I can't, I can't. I gotta change the nozzle. And then one more, right? Did I get them both? Coin, 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 coin. Did I not do something right? Okay, I think they're done. I also told you about when we first met. I also told you when did we first meet? We met in someone's stream, right? Wasn't it a Bane stream? Pokemon, right? It is very relaxed. This game is very relaxed. It's just one of those games. Even if you have a PC, get Game Pass. It is. It is. You know, if you like games like Call of Duty, which is a popular game, even not Call of Duty, even the first party titles, like, for example, if you like the movie Indiana Jones, as an example, they're coming out with a game. And it's going to be free on Game Pass because it belongs to Microsoft. It's going to be free on day one. I think that comes out in December. So we're going to be switching up some games if we don't beat it. I'm hoping to beat Legend of Zelda by beginning of November. I'm hoping, but we will see. We'll see what happens. It is very relaxing. But yes, PokeCat. I met you, I think, in Bane's stream. And then you joined one of my streams when I think I was streaming Quantum Break when you joined. When you joined my stream on YouTube. I think that's what you did. Something like that. But yeah, this game is just such a great game, just a de-stressor, you know. I think this is one of the greatest games they've ever made. I hate to say it like that, but I really do think so. It's not Dragon Ball Z Sparking Zero. It's not getting your attention. No, the one I want to try. It came out a while back. It has I think it's Dragon Ball Budokai. It has Goku on the cover. It's like an orange cover. That's the one I want to play. It's free on Game Pass. I think it's also free on the PlayStation. Because I pay for the different tiers. I'm a streamer, so I should pay for those things. You know, I should have those things. I should have access to as many games as I can. That way I can stream. And I can stream the games. And some games come out day one, especially on Xbox, so that way I could play some of them. Because there's a lot of games that people are interested in. You know, and I know, like, the game Silent Hill is coming out next week. That is not going to be free, so I have to buy that. But I'm planning to buy it. I think it's only coming out on the PlayStation. It is one of the best. It is. It's a relaxing game. You know, we don't need to play all the shooting and pew 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 pew. We don't need to play all that. We could just play this and just talk. And you guys could just watch me stream. PokeCat, I hope you're gonna have a good day at work. I hope it's not stressful. I hope it hasn't been stressful. How's work been for you? Like, I wish this was my full-time job. And then I know you guys heard about the whole partner initiative sign. I don't know if you heard it, but excuse me. With what is that called? When you get rated on Twitch, those numbers of the raids does not count towards your average views. So apparently now it does. Now it does. You are complaining the new Silent Hill. People are complaining about it. What are they complaining about? Also on ASMR. Me too. You know, when I told people about ASMR, they thought I was crazy. I first discovered ASMR for me in 2018. 2007, 2018. I call it sound porn. But when I was listening to ASMR, like these, you know, little noises, I was getting these weird tingly feelings around the back of my neck, and my hands, and everything like that. But I've always had that when I was a kid. I just never knew what it was. And then when I discovered ASMR, everything just started to make sense to me. I'm just like, whoa, this makes total sense. Now I'm understanding why I'm getting all these little what you call it? Yeah, okay, that's how you do that. all these little feelings, you know, all these little. It's just so weird, but a good feeling at the same time. Now, this wall is taking forever. There we go. Oh, we got all that too. You know, I had no idea what it was. And then I started getting it. And then I told my ex, at the time I told my ex, and she says, I don't notice anything. And when I showed her, and I just told her, I think you're just dead inside. I think you're just a mean person. You're a horrible person that you don't feel anything. I think that's what it is. I discovered your issue. Thank God we're broken up. It's a good thing because sometimes people get 500 plus for rate. Yeah, so an example for me, last year, no, early this year, I ended up getting a raid of 3,000 people. And at the time, we thought it was a hate raid. So I had to shut down the stream. My mod started panicking. And I'm like, are we sure this is a hate raid? And like, yeah, it's a hate raid, it's a hate raid. And I'm like, are you sure? And then once they started looking into it, they're like, oh my God, we don't think it's a hate raid. We think it was an actual raid. Go back, go back. People are actually wanting you to go back. So then I went back live, and I'm like, okay. So I wasn't upset with them. They were just protecting me, but it's just, I'm an individual where it's like, don't jump the gun immediately, you know, when you're not 100% sure. Is that why you guys broke up? Yeah, that's exactly why we broke up, PokeCat. We broke up because she did not like ASMR, and I got tired of it. So we broke up. The reason why. I said, no, I can't be with someone that does not feel any ASMR, so we are breaking up. And we did. We broke up. No, that's not the reason why. It's not... Yeah, and they were very positive. They were like, they realized it wasn't a hate raid because they were like, hey, where did he go? Did he get scared? Did he get nervous? And then that's when my mods were like, go back, go back. Like, they felt so bad. They felt really bad. You know, but it was all right. You know, there'll be more raids in the future. You know, the way I see this is like, I can't do this full time. One, because I have a full-time job. I do work. What is going on? What am I missing? This is missing something. Let's clear the green floor. So in the future, if let's say I do become partner and I become big and whatever, and they offer me a contract and they're like, hey, Johnny, there we go. We want to offer you $1 million for the year, but you have to do this full time. I would still do it. But I will ask for 5. I actually meant because of what you said. Oh, no. She also slapped you. Oh, yeah. So, PokeCat said that story yesterday or yesterday morning. So, my ex, I woke up in the middle of the night because she slapped me. Like, I was sleeping like this on the pillow. And then, bam, right on my face. I woke up and I look at her and she's sleeping. Like, she has her eyes closed. And I wake up and I said, why? What? Sign was there for that, yeah. For that raid. Why did you slap me? And she's like, huh? Like pretending to be asleep. I'm like, why did you slap me in the face? I was sleeping. And she goes, I had a dream. And I was like, it was a dream and you just reacted in the dream? Like, is it one of those things? No, I had a dream that you were cheating on me, so I slapped you. And I'm like, you had a dream that I was cheating on you, so you slapped me. Do you hear how that sounds? Doesn't make any sense. Now we got the snake. Doesn't make any sense. Can you explain that to me? Would you guys, can you guys justify that? Hey TP, good morning to you. Can you guys justify getting slapped over a dream? I can't. I understand maybe being angry in a dream, like over a dream, because maybe it angered you and it bothers you. But it's still a dream. Every time. And it turns out, Pokecat. No, it makes no sense at all. It turns out she was the one that was cheating. That's why we broke up, by the way. She was the one that was cheating. And this was I was married to her. This was my ex-wife. I was married to her. Um, and you want your relationship to work out. I wasn't. I could have done better as a husband at the time. I was putting other things first, um, sports and things like that, and I realized that. And in my mind, it's like maybe I kind of drove her away. So I was willing to forgive her and willing to take her back. Wanting to see a marriage therapist, things and that. We were even talking about children before all that was discovered. And she said yes, she wanted to work on things, but she was still going out. She was still hanging out with her friends as if she was single. And that's when I was like, nah, she's still seeing this guy. No way. So we lived like roommates uh, for a little bit. It was through the pandemic in New York City. And I was going to file for divorce. But right when I was going to file for divorce, that's when the pandemic hit. And that's when everything just shut down. Yeah, we were Pokecat, we were. No, I know it's not my fault, when it comes to the actions, but I've always been an individual where you can drive someone away. You know what I mean? And if the person is willing to, where's my ladder? If the person is willing to work on things, truly work on things, not work on things for your benefit, for their benefit, for whatever they could get out of you, truly work on things, then why not? Why not try to fix your marriage is what I'm trying to say. But she wasn't wanting to fix it. She wanted to live a single life. She wasn't paying rent because I was paying rent. I was a breadwinner. I mean, she worked. She wasn't paying rent or anything. She was living like a glorified roommate. We were in two separate rooms, of course. We got stuck in the pandemic together. And it just sucked. Like, it really, really sucked. And once, what I see you next Tuesday? Yeah. It's okay. During that time, maybe a little bit of attitude, some reassurance. Yeah, but smacking, no. Right. Podcast Daddy, I agree. Podcast Daddy, did you hit the follow button? Usually the sound alert goes off, but it didn't. But if you did follow me, thank you so much for following me. So I was living a nightmare with her. It was driving me insane. Like, I'm not even kidding you. Like, I don't have anxiety. I don't deal with nervous breakdowns. I don't deal with any of that. But this girl was giving me all that while living with her. And I just couldn't stand it. Couldn't stand it. It was driving me insane. And this is all during the pandemic. We were stuck. We were legit stuck together. Can I go up here? Oh, yeah. We were stuck together because everything was closed down. The courts was closed down. That's the reason why I moved out of New York City. Because of, I needed to get away. I needed to start over. And I moved to the south, to North Carolina. Because I've never experienced that type of anxiety. She used to make things up. She used to lie to my friends. And it was very frustrating. It was very, very frustrating. I couldn't leave the house. It was just so frustrating. And then there was times that she would come home from his house, arguing with him, trying to come back to me. And she admitted, she was like, he's not a real man. He says one thing and does another. And I'm just like, I'll never forget it. I was in my room putting on my sneakers because I was going for a run. And she sat on my bed crying. And I'm like, what do you want? What are you doing here? Go away. I said, go away. She goes, where are you going? I'm like, I'm going for a run. I'm going to the park for a run. And she's like, oh, well, can I go with you? And I said, no. No, you cannot go with me. We're not together. You have a boyfriend. Go hang out with him. We got into an argument. And I'm like, well, this is not my problem. That's not my problem. Not my monkey, not my circus. That is a you problem now. You wanted this life. You wanted to live a single life while being married. Then go right ahead. And I just kept telling her, I said, when the courts open up, we are getting a divorce. We're getting it. So eventually the courts started to open up in 2020, the summer of 2020. I filed. It was taking a little bit. It took almost a year. At first, she didn't want to sign. She was like fighting it for the first month. And she was saying, well, I'm going to get all this money out of you. Like just threatening. Eventually, I got her to sign. She moved out. And then in early 2020, finally the divorce went through. But it was because, the pandemic opened up. Cases were backed up. Oh, thank you so much, podcast. I really do appreciate it. I think you did. Right, that's what I said. So you have a boyfriend, go hang out with him. That's exactly what I said. I said, you have a boyfriend, go away. Go away. You don't need me. You don't need me. This is plastic. What's plastic? Oh, that's plastic thunder. That's how I said it. I said, you have a boyfriend, go away. How do I keep, again, I'm so used to playing on the mouse and keyboard that I don't know the controls to this that well. So I'm a little slower with this. But yeah, that's what I told her. Go away. And that's what she wanted. She was afraid to live alone. That's something I realized. She was afraid to live alone because she realized she's going to have to actually do things on her own. She's going to have to get a job. She did work, but she wasn't making enough money to live on her own. But she realized, oh my God, I'm going to have to get a job. I'm going to have to do this. I'm going to have to do that. I already have that life here. Why am I going to leave what I already have? I could just live here and have him pay for everything and live like a roommate while still getting health benefits and all that. That's what, pretty much, that's her mindset. So once the divorce happened, guess what? She had to get another job because one job was not cutting it. One job was not cutting it. So she needed to get a second job in order to keep up with the lifestyle that she likes. That's what ended up happening. And I remember one time she called me up when I already moved down here and she's like, it's hard to live alone. You don't know what I'm dealing with. I said, no, I do know what you're dealing with because I was there when I was young. But I got myself together. I got myself a job. I got myself a career. I do know what you're dealing with. You just took advantage. You wanted to just live this single life while being married. You wanted to live this comfort of being taken care of, but not be responsible as a wife. That was all you, not me. And I told her, and I said, I was willing to forgive you and start over and start fresh. But you didn't want that. You pretended to want that. In the end, after all that, I found out later on that what she was doing, she didn't want to break up with me because he had a girlfriend. The guy had a girlfriend. Her boyfriend had a girlfriend. So she wasn't even number one. She was number two at a McDonald's menu, pretty much. That's what she was. She had a boyfriend. He had a girlfriend, and he was telling my ex, "I'll break up with her when you break up with your husband." And she was telling him like, "No, you got to break up with her first, and then I'll break up with him," because no one was budging. She didn't want to let go of what she had already. That's what it was. Is this almost done? I still have these little corners. It's always these little crevices. That's why. There we go. Got it. That's what it was. So what ended up happening You see, now that is a restricted person. Haggard nerd. Bye. We don't like to buy viewers. See ya. The automatic response. So she wanted the title of being married, but the single life. Yes. The automatic response should have been, "That's your problem." Right. And that's pretty much what I did. Complete garbage human being. Complete garbage. So what ended up happening? I'm living down here. I'm seeing someone. I'm just at the point I'm starting to see someone new. Great person. I'm with them now. I know I joke around. She knows I joke around a lot. She actually finds it funny. Whatever. What ended up happening with her, she's not with him anymore. You want to know why she's not with him anymore? Because he ended up proposing to his girlfriend. I just started laughing when I found that out. And she called me up crying. And she goes, "He completely lied." And I said to her, "You're an idiot. You're a complete fool for falling for that. You were his mistress in a sense. And you fell for that garbage?" I knew the moment I realized who you were seeing, what type of person he was. I knew he had a girlfriend from the beginning. You knew he had a girlfriend. And yet you accepted that? But yet you got upset with me because you thought I was cheating on you in a dream? You know, I always say people got problems, but you take the cake. You have a lot of mental problems. And honestly, I'm so glad it's over between us. So why don't you just take this phone that you're calling me from, take my number and delete it. Because I'm going to do that with yours and I'm blocking you. Do me a favor. Don't ever call me again. Don't ever talk to me. You got what you deserve. And that is the end of it. Bye. See ya. So yeah. So right now, she's pretty much, I understand. There's people that have to work 2 jobs. I totally get it. You know, it's the way it is now. You know, society, inflation sucks. Everything sucks right now. I totally get it. So I'm not knocking on anyone that has to work 2 jobs with what I'm about to say. So I do apologize for anyone that works 2 jobs, but this isn't for those people. This is in reference to her. She deserved what she got. You know? And I told her, I said, now you had me, the breadwinner, to help you. I paid for everything. And now you were stuck working 2 jobs just to pay your car and your rent. So congratulations. You ruined your life. So she has to run from one job, to run to the other. Just that stress alone was just insane. Because I used to encourage her to want to, do better. Like, go to school. She didn't want to go to school. She just didn't. Am I still missing this? She didn't want to go to school. Again, she was working. I don't know if you guys ever heard of, they're called paraprofessionals. Pretty much they're teacher assistants. That's what they are. They're teacher assistants. They get paid. And you could bounce around from school to school. Am I missing this? Oh, here we go. That's pretty much what it is. They're teacher assistants. And the funny thing is when you're working part-time as a teacher assistant, you get paid pretty well. At least $1,200 a week, which isn't bad after taxes. But when you become full-time, then you get union dues. Then you got to pay for this. You got to pay for that. If you get health benefits, well, no, health benefits was free. But I was telling her to go to school because the more certificates you have, the more degrees you have, whether it's an associate's, whether it's a bachelor, the more money you get. So I was pushing her to go, and she just didn't want to go. She's like, no. So I said, okay. So she blamed me, saying I never pushed her, and I'm just like, okay, sure. My friend, and one of my best friends, still lives in New York. I told him about what happened. He goes, you always pushed her. I was there. She would get annoyed with you with how much you pushed her. I said, I know. She's an idiot. That's what I said to him. He just started laughing. So that's the reason why I moved down here to North Carolina. I live in North Carolina. I live in the South. I think I need this. And I've always visited North Carolina. I've always wanted to live here, and I just love it down here. Love it down here. I'm trying to convince my friends to leave New York and come down here, and they're like, no. We love New York. We love paying high prices. That was yeah. I did walk away. I did walk away with my head held high. Man, this level's big. So that's what ended up happening. This is a multi-purpose. Do I have multi-purpose soap? I have a little bit. Refill? Yes. So this is a soap. It cleans it faster. Pretty much is what it does. But you do run out of soap. You got to buy more soap. But these bonus levels, you can't buy more soap. Only in the story missions you could buy more soap. So yeah, so that's what ended up happening with me. That's why I moved down here. I needed to get away. I needed to get away from New York. I needed to start over. My friends in New York did not want me to leave. They were like, don't leave. And I said, dude, I got to go. I got to start over. I can't take it. My job, fortunate enough so far, my job has allowed me to stay remote. I do have to go back to New York for work. I don't need to. It's not mandatory, but I am a manager at my job, and I feel I should go back, you know, at least every 3 months. So 4 times a year, you know. I'm in a better situation, and I can tell you this. Let me tell you this, and this isn't me bragging. Just nothing like that. Living with her, and the reason why I say it was a nightmare before the cheating, before any of that, it was a nightmare. It was very difficult for me to save money with her. I was living in a 1-bedroom apartment when we got married. She moved, you know, we moved in. She just moved into the apartment. She wanted to move out. She wanted to get like a 2-bedroom. And I said, okay, we'll look, but it's, you know, things are getting expensive. We found a 3-bedroom, and my 1-bedroom I was paying $1,100 a month. I moved. We found a 3-bedroom. Forced me to get it. I always felt guilty. It's like I just wanted to make her happy. I got the 3-bedroom. I went from paying $1,100 to $2,000 a month, and I wasn't making a lot of money. I don't make a lot of money now, but I wasn't making enough. I was making enough that I live comfortably. And that's how I am. It's like, do I want to be rich? Of course, everybody wants to be rich. But for me, it's not always about the money. You know, money doesn't always bring happiness. So I told her, I said, you sure? Maybe we should really think about this. Maybe we shouldn't move. You know, it's going to hurt us financially. We're not going to be able to do a lot of things. No, I want a 3-bedroom. I want my own office, etc., etc., etc. So I did it. I made her happy. I got it. Biggest mistake, because after we got it, after rent, I was left with $85 in my checking account for the next 2 weeks. And she didn't help me with rent. Like, at all. She didn't help at all. She wasn't helping in any way. She wasn't giving me money for rent. I asked her, I was like, hey, can you at least pay the electricity or the phone bill? No, I work hard for my money. This is what I do. You know, what am I going to buy stuff with? And I'm just like, you don't think I work hard for my money? So that's when I knew she's becoming a nightmare. And I just couldn't save. So when I moved down here, I was able to save money. I was able to put money away. Me and my partner, who I'm with now, we were together. You know, she's completely opposite from what the other one is. Is she a spender? Of course she is. A lot of people are spenders. I'm a spender. I'm not just going to say all women are spenders. No, a lot of people are spenders, men and women. And I'm one of them. But I told her, I said, hey, we're going to buckle down. We're going to live in this apartment for a year, whatever it was, a year and a half. And during that time, we're going to save. Save as much as we can, because I don't want to keep renting. I feel like I'm throwing money away. And I bought a house last year. I just moved into it in September of last year. I've been living here for a year. and I bought a house. Do I pay more in my mortgage? Yeah, of course. My mortgage is a little over $2,000. But my money's not being, in a sense, wasted. It's being invested in a property, in what's mine. All this is mine, and that's how I see it. And when she found out that I bought a house. She found out because I do have a kid. He was born this year. I do. She found out that she's a stay-at-home mom. She doesn't work. She told my friend's wife, because she's still friends with my friend's wife. Oh, that his girlfriend, partner, whatever, wifey, whatever you want to call her. She said that was supposed to be my life and she stole it. That her words. Her words. She stole my life that I wanted. Like, what? She stole your life? Okay. You can go live where you live. You can go. You chose your own life. Imagine that she used those words. She used those words. Yeah, Crystal. Yeah. That's what I went through with her. And it was even worse. So when I first met her, I know I turned this into a session about me, but it is my stream. And it's stories. When I play these games, it's stories about me and my life. So yes, I am Johnny Roco, that I joke around a lot and I play around. I always make a lot of jokes, but this is me for you to get to know me as a person. What was I gonna say? So when we first met, it was great. She was completely different, very humble, very nice person, It wasn't until afterwards when she started to everything started to get to her head. So she was a chubby person when I first met her. She had some weight on her, and then she started hitting the gym, losing weight, and great. Like, yeah, go be healthy, go for it. I'm all for that. Once she started doing that, her confidence level was going up, which was great. But it went a little too high, where she thought she was better than people. She was looking down on people. Instead of inspiring people, she was looking down on people. Like, people are in similar situations as you when it comes to weight, being, a little heavy and stuff. And you should be inspiring them, not putting them down. So once she started losing the weight, that's when everything went to her head, pretty much. So you know how Kim Kardashian has a lot of money, the Kardashians, and everything's just plastic surgery film. She doesn't do plastic surgery, my ex, but she wears a lot of makeup. So I would call her a broke Kardashian, because she was always broke. Because she doesn't have savings. She doesn't save. She doesn't know how to save. Lala, welcome in. Good morning. Yeah, it was a bad situation. But she was telling people that Yanni, who is my partner in crime, stole her life. Stole her life of being a stay-at-home mom. Like, she didn't steal anything. You gave it up. You gave it up. No one stole anything here. I think I could do the soap again. Yeah. That's plastic. Here we go. See how much it takes away? Which is great. Refill. Yeah, so that's what she said. She said that she stole her life. And when I play this game, I play it in sections. So we're gonna clean this section, and we're gonna do that section after we finish this section. We don't do like a wall or anything like that. So yeah, but that was the last time I spoke to her was, I would say, 2 years ago. Going on 3 now. It's the last time I spoke to her. after that, I just blocked her. I don't need that negativity in my life. But what I was saying is, when I first met her, she was very humble and everything like that. I was warned that her mother's a nightmare to deal with, and she was a real nightmare. Everything had to be about her. The mother, everything had to be about her. The mother did not like me. What she does, the mother is a person that takes advantage of whoever she could take advantage of. And it's everybody. She took advantage of me. She took advantage of other people. That's what she does. She's a complete hypocrite. And if she's listening, I really don't care. Just a complete hypocrite. That's who she is. She was telling people that the reason why her daughter cheated was because I drove her to cheat. That's what she's legit. That's what she said. I'm like, oh my god, you're annoying. Your whole face is annoying. So, one thing that I did wrong was when we first started dating. I was dating her and I was trying to impress the mother. I was trying to impress the family. And I should have just been myself, honestly. I should have just been myself. And I wasn't. I was not myself, I could be a jerk. I could be an asshole. I could be witty. I could be a lot of things. Wait, what? Oh, the wall. I could be a lot of things. And when I first met Yanni, I said to myself, and I said to my friends, whoever I date next, I'm going to be myself. And they could take me or leave me. Whatever they want. And she's with me. She puts up with me. I have a keychain from her. It's a little medallion keychain. And it legit says, you're an asshole, but I love you. So, that's how I know I'm finally accepted. So, I'm like, wow, thank you. You didn't give up on me. She supports my hobby. She supports me. She supports my streams. But she knows this is something I like to do. Wait, what am I missing here? Concrete wall. It's this here, right? Ah, here we go. There we go. And I appreciate that. My ex didn't want me to stream. She hated when I streamed. Like, hated it with a passion. So it was very difficult to stream. It was very difficult for me to play any video games whatsoever because she didn't like video games. She thought it was childish. And I'm just like, okay. Well, I think you're a child. So, but yeah, that's the story of my life, of how I came to live in the South. And I remember I was actually going to move to Georgia, to Atlanta, Georgia, because we have an office over there. And at the time, they wanted us to live near an office. If we were going to move, we had to move near to an office, like a state that has an office. So I was going to move to Georgia. I almost bought a house in Georgia back in 2020. But I didn't buy the house. And it was a nice little house. It was a nice modular home. It was like a 3-bedroom modular home. Looks like it was in good condition. Nice little land. It was about $100,000 at the time. And I was ready. They were about to send the paperwork over. In fact, they did send the paperwork over. But the owner backed out. That is the definition of a happy ending. Yeah, and she is exactly what I needed. I know I joke around a lot, but I am happy. I am happy-ish. We have our issues, of course. Every relationship has their issues. But I am happy. And one thing with her that I told her, I said, I like to talk things out. I don't like to keep it bottled up inside. I will talk to you, and we will try to find a way to resolve it. And that's what we do. So anyway, so the house that I was going to buy in Atlanta, Georgia, was a nice little house. I liked the blue door that it had and everything like that. So they were putting the paperwork together. So I'm in New York City. This was during the 2020 election with Biden and Trump during that time. And, things were rough during that time when it comes to like the election and, whatever. Everyone has their views on Trump and Biden. But that's not the point of the story. So it was during that time, the 2020 election. And what ended up happening, the paperwork was being sent over. So I was going to move near the Atlanta City area. The paperwork was rejected. And I said, what the hell? Why was it rejected? Was something written incorrectly? Was something filled out incorrectly? That's not what it was. What it was, the owner of the house that was selling it did not want to sell it to me because I'm a northerner. That's why. And again, this was because of this was during the 2020 election. So the South is known for, being mostly Republican. The North is mostly known for being Democratic. And that's the reason why he didn't want to sell it to me. It was the first time I ever felt discriminated like that. Like, wait, what the hell? Really? You don't want to sell it to me because I'm a northerner? How do you know? What if I prefer Trump? No, they didn't want to risk it. I'm not joking. I'm not joking. Not at all. Not at all. So the realtor I was working with, he was really upset. He's like, what the hell? Like, what does my political views have any to do with buying a house? I just want to buy a house. And I offered a little more. Nope. So the reason why is because, again, I'm a northerner, so he didn't want me to vote for or take the chance of me voting for Biden or anything like that. I'm like, what if I don't even vote? What if I choose not to vote? Like, he doesn't know anything about me. So I never got the house. It would have been a nice little house. Oh, it would have been a nice little house. They didn't want to risk it, Lala. It's true. They didn't want to risk it. So it got me upset because I was really looking forward to it. It was a nice little house, cozy house. It wasn't big. It was like a nice little starter home I would have had. Had an attic, 3 bedrooms, like I said. Nice little property land. Oh, I would have loved it. But the way I see it, if something doesn't happen, it's just not meant to be. That's what my mother used to say. She goes, well, Johnny, if it didn't happen, it was just not meant to be. And I said, you're right. So it didn't happen. But it's okay. I got this house. My house is bigger. It's a little more pricey, but it's bigger. I would have loved to have it more in Moist Jesus. How you doing, Moist Jesus? Welcome in. How's it going? We're having a nice calm therapy session while playing Powerwash Simulator. See, like sign, but the guy wouldn't have known that. Like, you don't vote, you just said, and the guy wouldn't have known that. He wouldn't have sold it to you if he found out you live from the north. So, how you doing, Moist Jesus? How's it going? So, yeah, he didn't want to sell it to me because of that. I was really upset, but I just moved on. Eventually, my job allowed me to stay 100% remote, which is why I live down here in the South. So, and everything worked out. Everything worked out the way it should have. Because to be honest with you, I did not want to move to Atlanta. I wanted to stay. I wanted to live in North Carolina. But because at the time there wasn't an office, there's not an office down here. The policy was you got to live near an office. And that is still the policy now. They're making people come back to the office 3 days a week. But for those like myself has a proven track record of their work productivity, they kept us. Only certain remote employees stay remote, like myself. Others now going forward, if you live near an office, you got to go in. If I lived near the office in New York City, guess what? I would have to go in, and I wouldn't complain about it. Yeah, I gotta agree with you, Sign, on that. For me, it's like it doesn't matter who you are, whether you're a man, whether you're a woman running for president. It doesn't matter who you are. The question is, what are your policies gonna do to benefit us, help us? Because right now, it's like we're in a not a recession. Financially, it is very tough for people. For a lot of people, we don't have a lot of money in our pockets like we used to. And that's not to say Trump was better, but his policies when it came to finances, you had more money in your pockets. But then there's things that he does that it's just like, why do you do those things? You know what I mean? It's like, are you serious right now? So, I don't know. It's just ridiculous. Like, I'm not going to get into the whole politics things, but whoever you vote for, and it doesn't matter who you vote for. It doesn't matter at all. It's your choice. Whatever you want. You need to look at the policies. You need to look at everything. And you need to say, candidate 1, I'm going to vote for this person because what they're doing will benefit me. Or I'm going to vote for candidate 2 because what they're doing benefits me. And it shouldn't matter who you vote for. It should not be like a war within the people voting. It should be your choice, and that's it. Why isn't this? Maybe I need to do that. You know what I mean? It should be your choice, no one else's choice. This is a little tough right here. That's what I'm trying to say. It doesn't matter who you vote for. It's your choice. Just make sure you're doing it for you. Don't do something because everyone else is telling you how to do it. Do it for your benefit. And that's anything. That's anything in life, Not just voting, not just that. It's anything in life. Do it that benefits you, benefits your family, your children, your lifestyle, Do whatever benefits you. That's how I see it. Oh, it's okay. Thank you, Crystal. I appreciate you. I still can't get over that they block Twitch at your job. Like, really? You would think YouTube. Like, they blocked YouTube at a job that I used to work at. And Twitch. They blocked all those video channels. Interesting topic. Definitely a bit right. It's different for you guys, right? Do you guys have like a president or a governor? How do you guys have votes over there? I'm assuming. How does it work over there? Moist Jesus. Such a cool name. How does it work over there? I really don't know. Prime Minister. Okay. And then you guys vote for the Prime Minister? Compulsory voting. Okay. They have a parliament. Ah, okay. So that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, it's great. I'll post an image. Yeah. Post it. Send it to me, Crystal. 2 major parties with a slew of smaller. Okay. Do you feel for the most part things have been fair on your end? Are you feeling hit with inflation and things like that? Because I think inflation is like everywhere. It's not just the US. I think it's legit everywhere. I'm going to move this thing out the way. How can I pick it up? Let's move it over here for now. A little, but not too bad. Okay. I think certain countries are feeling it. Other countries are not feeling it. I think it also depends on where you live, what you do and things like that. For me, I do feel it. Especially when I do grocery shoppings. Oh my God, you see the difference in the prices. The price did go up, but it's because inflation went up. Everything went up. You know, overspending and things like that. It's insane. And I think that's what people are getting tired of. It's costing more to live here. Um, is your favorite combination of words? Okay, so we did that. We did that. So we need to do this and the floor. Okay, let me change this back to this right here. Get pretty close that way. It cleans it up. There we go. So apparently I was telling Sign that we were supposed to play Gears of War. So Sign, I'm gonna have to wait till I get back from my vacation because my vacation is in October 11th through the 19th. So I'm gonna have to wait till we get back. That way I could focus on Gears of War. I was supposed to start that this Friday, but I got hit with we have plans. That's what I got hit with. We have plans. I'm like, oh, great. Thank you, honey, for ruining my Friday. You don't like going out. How do we have plans? She doesn't. She's a homebody. She likes staying home. I like staying home. We're both very similar in that aspect. I don't like going clubbing. Nothing like that. I like going to bars, and even that, it's not all the time. We know someone that loves going to clubs, and it's just like, really? Like, why? We're with someone. You have kids. Why? I'd rather just be home with my kids. Okay, that's done. Now I can do the floor. Oh, I still need this right here. Let me move this over here. Put that down. That's what I said, Sign, but she says, I don't know what that means. We got plans. Like, okay. Okay. But yes, I will be starting Silent Hill 2 next week. Tuesday, I believe. It comes out Tuesday. I'm hoping to start it in the morning if I could. Tuesday morning, because I would love to have the physical copy, but in order for me to start in the morning, I'm gonna have to like download it digitally, and they probably won't even have it in the stores because I'm noticing a lot of the stores don't even have physical copies anymore. They're just getting rid of physical copies. Is gonna be a thing of the past. Oh look, I didn't get the staircase. Did I miss something here? Oh, there we go. I have to wait. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Sign. I blame it on her. Mandy, good morning to you. How are you doing? How's it going? How's your morning? How are you feeling? This is a therapy session. This is where we talk about anything and anything. No judgment at all for anyone. This is a judge-free zone. My streams are always judge-free, so make sure you're here. Which sucks that if they're doing that, they need to figure out not messing up people. Yes. Wait, what are we talking about? What about the Wi-Fi? What did I say about the Wi-Fi? Did I say something about the internet? What are you talking about, Crystal? Elaborate, please, if you can. The thing is, too, the house that I would have bought, I'm kind of glad I didn't get it in Atlanta, because I would have been living in a rural area, which I'm okay with. Gears 3 destroys my soul. I'm okay with living in a rural area. The problem is, I was looking it up. Internet was not good. You did not. I'm talking about games only. Oh yes, yes. Oh yes. Sorry. Yes, that is true. Because there's people, if they make it download only, you're right. What if people don't have good internet? What if people have really slow internet? What if people have satellite internet? And that's not the only issue. It's like this. Let's just take this game as an example. If I bought this game, what if the service goes offline? What if they stop supporting it? Guess what? They'll remove the game from the store. And you can't even play it anymore. This is almost done. This floor is almost done. It doesn't look nice and clean. See, cleaning is fun. But yes, it is true. But yeah, in Atlanta, the area that I was gonna live in, the internet was not good, and I asked, "What's the internet there?" And they legit said, "Oh, well, we have." I forgot what they said, and I looked it up. It wasn't a good internet. I could tell you that it was not good. It was very slow. And then they said, "Oh, you could also use satellite internet." And I said, "Get the hell out of here! I'm not using satellite internet. I know how that works, and it's very slow." I'm missing the floor. Here we go. Just a little bit more on the floor. That's not a knock to anyone that uses satellite internet. I know sometimes you kind of have to, depending on the area you live in. But the reason why I cannot use it, one, I stream. Two, my job requires fast internet because I download a lot of things. I upload videos. My job requires it. This is all done, right? But the floor is not done. There we go. This isn't done in here. Watch Macaulay, good morning to you, sir. How's it going? I'm doing good. How you doing? That's done over there. Yeah, it's just I prefer physical copies also. Yes, me too. Sure, it's nice to have less clutter, but you're right, the data gets corrupted. It sounds like a bigger hassle to do. Yeah, I agree. I prefer the physical copy. I have physical copies of games. They're in my shelf in the back. I do agree with you. But, you know, this is a digital world, and honestly, it's not much we could really do because they're not going to change. It's moving forward with digital copies only for a lot of places. Oh, I don't want them to fall. There we go. Let's clean this up. Okay, and then boom, like that. But yeah, so I'll be gone for a whole week starting next week Friday. So it'll be from next Friday to the following Saturday. So there'll be no stream, of course, during that time because I will not be here. So I'll try to put out shorts and things like that, editing. Hopefully I don't get stuck out there. I am bringing my work laptop just in case anything happens. Let's say we're just stuck out there and we have to live out there. I think this is all done here, right? Right here, and okay, so now we can get this. Get up. There we go. There we go. Wrong one. This is the one we want. We want the strong one. The one that's more focused. Waiting on your boss to call me. Let you know if you're working today. If you're there, shouldn't you be working? I don't understand. Why wouldn't you be working? I hope everything's okay. I do hope everything's okay. Let's change this to this. Yeah, my boss is out of work today, so I'm pretty much covering for him. Me and the other managers are from home. Okay. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, a lot of jobs depends on the internet. My job definitely depends on internet. Like, definitely. So right now what they're doing, we have Spectrum on our end. Um, and they're AT&T is installing their fiber optics, so I'm really excited for that because I have AT&T as my phone service, and I'm really really excited for that. Is this? Am I missing something here? What am I missing here? This should be all done, yeah. Yeah, I like fiber. Fiber is so reliable because it's underground. It's not above the ground. It's not on the cables above. It's underground. So it's more reliable. And the thing too with cable, the way cable works, you have to, when you have cable, it's like a shared network. So they could throttle and send more to other people and throttle your internet. With fiber, it's a direct line to the house or the apartment, whatever it is that you live in. And that's why I like the fiber a lot better. Okay, so that's done. Let's do this part right here. So I know I see the cable, the internet, the AT&T person always coming by. I think they're putting things together. Let's put that there for now. They're putting things together. I think they're testing everything right now. So once they become active, I'm switching to AT&T fiber. And then my bill is one bill, pretty much. So I just pay the internet with my phone bill. I'm at home. I work. Oh, okay. I see what you mean. I see that. That makes sense. Whatchamacallit. That makes sense. The miles of trees is part of Arkansas. Makes it difficult. Ah, yeah. I could imagine that. I could imagine that. That's the thing. Like for me, it's like, how's the internet? And every house that I looked at when I was gonna buy a house in Georgia, and again in rural areas because it was less expensive at the time, I asked, how good is the internet? Tell me about the internet. That was my main question. It's always my question. How's the internet? What's the speed? Who's the company? And then they would tell me, oh, you could request for them to install it if there isn't one. I'm like, what the hell? It's 2020. It was 2020 at the time. I'm like, it's 2020. Why do I need to request it? Just it should already be there. So all this was just an eye-opener for me. It was very frustrating looking for a house at the time. I was very discouraged. I was very angry because, again, they didn't want to sell me that home because I was a northerner. You know, what did Wise Bot just do? Oh, hey, Az, welcome in. How's it going? How's your morning? Good morning, good morning. I imagine business is pretty inconsistent. Mr. Getting lots of businesses the same. Yeah, I could imagine it's consistent, right? Whatchamacallit? At least I hope it is. Good morning, Az. How's it going? How you feeling? This part is almost done. There we go. We're legit all talking, enjoying the therapy session we have here. Okay, this is almost done, right? I was gonna play some pew pew pew, but I didn't. I changed it to this. I wasn't in the mood to play something that takes a lot of attention from me, you know. Um, it's like it's pretty busy, right? It was busy. It's busy during the summer. It was the same question that Mandy asked. What was the internet like in New York City? Oof, Mandy, the internet was amazing in New York City. Fast, reliable, um, consistent. Did it go out sometimes? Yeah, it went out, but it wasn't like down here in the south. The internet goes out pretty like when it rains. The internet goes out. I'm just like, oh, why is it going out? Like when it's a really bad storm, my internet goes out. What am I missing here? This is still not done. It's the edge. See, the barrier, the border. There we go. We got it. It's really good, really good in New York City, but it could be pricey. And in New York City, you only had like two options. You either had regular cable internet, or you have Verizon fiber, whatever it's called. It's super busy during the holidays. I could imagine how busy it is during the holidays. I could imagine. You're talking about the big bouncy houses, right? Those big houses that bounce, that kids bounce on. Like you put those together, I'm assuming. I just clean this out. There we go. So I went to the chiropractor because I need some readjustments. Sending Patrick. Okay, no problem. So I guess what's happening with me, my hip, my right hip. The hips are supposed to look like this. They're supposed to be like that, straight like that. My right hip, it's kind of like inward a little bit, or like that. It's like twisted. And I've always wondered because I always had like little pain there. I'm like, it's like that. So the doctor took an x-ray and everything, and I'm just like, what the hell? Why am I feeling this pain? And that's what it is. It's inward. So what we're doing for the next 12 weeks, he's constantly going to be shifting it back. So I'm starting to understand why I was getting those pains. I imagine it was a culture shock having to buy I don't have a generator. Maybe I should buy one. And that would be a culture shock if I have to buy one. Well, maybe I should have a generator just in case. Alright, we're getting the floor. But yeah, the doctor said, good thing I came, because if I didn't, a few years from now, I probably would need hip surgery. Or hip replacement surgery, whatever it's called. So I'm kind of glad I went. Because I wasn't going to go, but he was like what caused it? I said, I don't know. It's like, not too bad, Moist Jesus, for the therapy sessions for the chiropractor. So for the next 12 weeks, I'm paying $600 total, and that's because my insurance covers it. But we're trying to avoid the expensive part, which would be surgery, and I don't want surgery. The other thing too, I went to a doctor, because I am having some knee issues. So as of right now, they did the x-ray. There's nothing wrong with my knee in terms of the bone itself. But it I want to try something different really quick. In terms of the bone itself, it's not causing any issues. There's no issues there. There's no wear and tear on the issue itself. But there is wear and tear. We don't know, there could be wear and tear on the ligament. And that's what I'm nervous about too. I want to try something just to see what happens. Make sure you guys are also refreshing your page. Apparently that helps out with the stream, the viewer count and all that. Johnny, I'm so glad you called. I'm glad too, Lala. Like, I wish I don't think you guys could see it. Let me see if you guys could see it. You tell me if you could see it. I took a picture of the hip and you could actually see. Let me know if you see it. So I'm also looking at the camera. It's over here. Let me see. Right there, you see it? The right side? You see how it looks more inward than the other side. So that's what he's fixing. And it happens with age as you get older. Imagine having to sit down. It doesn't help because I sit all day. My job, I just sit all day. Okay, so you saw it, yeah. So that's what I'm dealing with, and that's what he's trying to fix for me to avoid hip surgery. So the other thing too, because of the hip being twisted, is causing the joint on the right hand side to my right leg looks shorter than my left leg. So that could be causing the knee pains. So what he's doing, he's just readjusting everything back, like just putting it back to even. So we'll see what happens. I do hope. I mean, it's life. I am older. I am older, even though I am aging like fine wine, like Foxy says. But no, I am older. And these are things that comes with playing sports. I used to play a lot of sports when I was younger. And as a kid, you don't think about those things. You're just like, oh, I just took a hard hit. Whatever, it's fine. I'll recover. But the long-term damage took effect, and here I am dealing with it years and years later. But as a kid, I used to just take the hit, and I was fine. I didn't care. I got up like nothing. Dislocated my right shoulder a few times. You're like an old leather purse. Nothing wrong with that, Morse Jesus. Nothing wrong with that. But yeah, it's everything just hurts. I really hope this works out. Hope he could fix the issue. Because I really don't want to go through surgery. I don't want to go through any kind of surgery. And I have a feeling that my ligaments in my right knee is pretty bad. I have that feeling. And that I may need surgery. Like they said, you might have a torn meniscus this whole time, and I didn't even know. And I'm like, oh, what? The only surgery that I ever had was my appendix was taken out in 2014. And even that, I didn't want to go to the hospital because I didn't know. I was like, oh, why is this pain? I thought I had to poop. But I didn't have to poop. It was my appendix. If I didn't go to the hospital, I would have been in the hospital with a ruptured appendix. So when I went in, they did the MRI and everything like that. And they said, well, sir, good thing you came in because it legit was about to rupture. So they took me into surgery right away. And they removed it. And I know back in the day they would cut you open. I thought I would have like a man-sized scar on my stomach. And it wasn't. I have very little scars. They did laparoscopic. Am I saying that right? Laparoscopic surgery. It's like really small incisions. And they just go in there with a camera or something like that. I think I'm saying that right. Laparoscopic? Whatever it's called. Anyway, I went home the next day. They kept me overnight, and then I went home. I didn't have to stay overnight. It didn't hurt. After I came out of surgery, I had to use the bathroom. They gave me a bedpan. I couldn't pee in the bedpan. I got pee shy, whatever it's called. And I said I need to go to the bathroom. They're like, just use the bedpan. I said I can't. So I said, where's the bathroom? And then they said, oh, it's over here, but you shouldn't be walking. And I said, watch me. And I got up and I just went to the bathroom. And I was fine. Like I wasn't in pain. I was more groggy because of the meds that they had me on. Not the meds, I was sleepy. Not sleepy, because they just got me out of surgery. So yeah, I felt a certain way. Now we need to do this part. But I'm just hoping I don't have to go through any more surgery. Surgeries are expensive. I had a really good insurance at the time. The surgery for that appendix removal was I saw the bill. It cost me nothing because my insurance was good. I almost had a catheter. It cost me nothing, but I saw the bill that my insurance paid. I stayed one night at the hospital. All the meds they gave me, the surgery equipment, whatever, it came out to $35,000. I was like, holy crap. That's why insurance is so important. My God, like, they just take away everything. $35,000. That's how much that surgery costs. And it covered it. My insurance covered it 100%, which was great. But still, imagine if you got, and there's people that's got to pay that out of pocket, you know, because they don't have good insurances. They don't have insurance at all. You know, it's just insane. It's ridiculous. If you make a certain amount here in the States, you don't qualify for the free insurance they have here. I think it's called Medicaid or whatever. They're trying to do free healthcare here, but it doesn't always work out. Like I know some people in the UK, and they even tell me that the free healthcare is not the best. It's just not the best. Like, they make it sound like it is. It sounds wonderful. Here in the States, I'm like, wow, free healthcare, that's amazing. And they're like, no, it's not good. You still got to pay. Sometimes it's more expensive. So just think of it like over here we pay a copay. My copay is $30 through my insurance. Over there, their copay could be $100 or $200. So that's why he was like, you guys don't want universal health care. And plus with that, taxes will be increased, of course. So, and that's the thing, people don't understand that. It's like, oh yeah, I gave us free health care. Yeah, but guess who's going to be paying more? We're still going to be paying out of our taxes, because that's got to be paid. It's just so satisfying seeing that. It's more taxes in the long run. Exactly. Right, Mandy. Gulp. Gulp. It's $35,000. That's how much that surgery costs. I'm sure it's more now. That was back in 2014. I'm sure it's like close to 80,000. Free is never free. You're right. Free is never free anymore. What is your tax rate? What's our tax rate now, Sign? So over here there is a percentage. I forgot how much it is. So we get taxed over here on the federal, which is the government itself. I don't know the tax rate, but let's put it this way. How can I put it? If you're making, years ago, I used to make $70,000 a year. I'll tell you guys because I don't make that anymore. Years ago, I used to make $70,000 a year. And that sounds wonderful. Your paycheck before taxes should be about, before any tax is taken out, it should be about, let's just say, almost $3,000, maybe a little over $3,000 every 2 weeks. The problem is the government takes at least $800 to $1,000, depending on how much you make, every paycheck out of that check. Then the state, depending on the state that you live in, they take a percentage. Then you got to pay a tax to Medicaid, which is the free healthcare for low-income individuals. Then you have to pay, sometimes New York City, they have a state tax and a city tax. They have different taxes in different states. It's really insane. You're paying so much out of pocket. You got to pay Social Security. That goes towards your Social Security accounts for retirement. So it's a lot. Like Canada has like 30%. US is like, right. So the 9%, even though it sounds like it's low, but the more money you make a year, the more it takes out, of course. So the dollar amount is more. Something like that. And then it's not just that. Then if you own a job, there's the corporate tax that you got to pay. It's just a lot of taxes over here being taken out. You know, and then with the amount of taxes being taken out with the government, it's just like, okay, you're taking a lot of money out from the working class, the people that work, even the rich people, whatever. What exactly are you doing with all the money? Because the government's always like, oh, we don't have enough money for this. We can't fund this. Where is it going? Good morning, Christina. It's okay. You have city, yeah, you have city, state, and federal. This is, it is a sad conversation, Lala, but it's a realistic conversation, you know? It's not a negative one. But like in New York City, Lala, oh my God. In New York City, I was paying the federal tax, of course. I was paying the state tax, and you were also paying a city tax. City tax. You pay a city tax as well, which is insane. And then in New York City, what it requires you, and I didn't know this. Well, I think this is it's not just New York City. I think it's anywhere. So I used to work. I lived in New York City, but I worked in Connecticut. And what happened was, New York City, I had to pay a state tax for New York City and a state tax for Connecticut because I worked in Connecticut. My paycheck was like non-existent. At one point, it was just insane. But yeah, it's like everyone that works has to deal with this. You know, it's not a. You know, I miss the days where, and this is years ago, where, you know, if you're a couple, both members of the family don't have to work. You know, the mother and the father, or the husband, wife, whatever, doesn't have to work. You know. And some of us, we have that luxury now. We could do it. Some can't, you know, and I just feel so bad for those that can't. You know, I was brought up in a way of like taking care of the household, you should be the one taking care of the household. That's not diminishing women taking care of the household. Of course, women have come a long way, especially in the working class. You know? I said it before, I'll say it again. If Yanni was making a lot of money and is the breadwinner, I would be a stay-at-home. I'll be a stay-at-home dad. Nothing wrong with that. I'll cook, I'll clean, I'll do all that. Doesn't bother me. There's no shame. There's no shame. You pay city and so you pay Lala. So you guys pay city and state, and of course federal. Oh. Syme says he has no state tax. Okay, that's actually pretty good. Florida is also another state that doesn't have a state tax. We have a state tax, but it's not high here. There's no city tax for me. Now, what they do, the city for us is Charlotte. That's the closest city for us. If you live near the radius of Charlotte, if you live near it, you got to pay a city tax if you live near it. It's part of the property tax, something like that. Someone told me, because someone that I knew lived down there. But if you live in the rural area like I do, you don't gotta pay. You don't gotta pay that. That's actually really good. You don't gotta pay that estate tax. And again, it's like it all depends on which state you live in. That's how expensive it is. It could get very expensive. Not much. But yeah, that's the thing. How do you guys feel about having like a chill stream on Thursday mornings? We could just have a chill stream like this, play this game, talk. I'm taking a page out of Az, because she does that. She has like a morning talk show, and she does every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Again, this is me promoting the ACT Discord. If you guys want to join the ACT Discord and be part of a community, you are more than welcome. ACT is where is that? That's what we say. That's what I say. No, I'm part of the ACT Discord. It's a community of gamers, streamers. We just support one another. And it's not just that. It's also mental health, things like that. It's just not all about games. If you need a place to go, you need a place just to feel comfortable, be who you are, join the ACT Discord. come and join us. We're here. We welcome everyone. Doesn't matter what you are, what you believe in. There's no judgment in any way. So if you guys have Discord, you are more than welcome to come in and join us. More than welcome. Just please note, for the young ones that are watching, if there is any young ones watching, and when I mean young, I mean under 18, it is an 18 and over Discord, you know, because we talk about adult things there. There's serious talk there. You know, not to say that young ones are not serious, but you know, it's serious talking. I know sometimes young, you're not a, how can I say this without being offensive? Certain things are jokey, you know. So if someone's dealing with a crisis and they just need help, or they're talking about something very personal, as a kid, when I was younger, I would laugh at a lot of things. I wouldn't take things seriously. You know, now as an adult, no, like that's not funny at all. You know, it's not cool to make fun of someone that is dealing with something very personal. You know, and I'll be the first one to admit it. I was very immature. Sometimes I'm still immature, but I'm tasteful. I'm an immature, tasteful person. Right, guys? Right, Lala? You guys still love me? Stuff? It's for protection. It is for protection. You already stay at home as you work from home with your... I do stay at home. Yeah. What time is it? Let me just make sure I'm not missing anything in emails, because we are good with streaming till like 10 o'clock today, because my first meeting doesn't start till 10:15, 10:30. Okay, I think we're okay for now. Sorry, I was just checking. But yeah, so that's why we also say 18 and over. Fall and winter are the best. They actually are. They actually are. I do agree with you guys on that. You love winter. Love winter. I like the fall. The only thing I don't like about the fall is that I gotta I'm out of cleaner. I gotta pick up the leaves in the background. So I bought a leaf blower, but I did not want just a leaf blower. I wanted, actually spring is my favorite. I like it when it's like part sunny. I wanted something that doesn't just blow the leaves. I wanted something that sucks up the leaves. So it's like a vacuum cleaner, but for leaves. Love it. Love it. Such a great thing that I bought. I'm so happy I bought that. So I already see the leaves falling. Once they completely fall, then I'll just start using the leaf blower or leaf sucker. Coffee. Is that what she wanted to hear? Coffee? Did she laugh? I can just see her laughing. Yes, I like coffee. What's my favorite cuisine? Ooh, I gotta go with... I love the Italian food. I love Italian food. But if I gotta pick a meal to eat, it's gotta be a medium rare steak. That's gotta be it. With garlic mashed potatoes. Yukon mashed potatoes. That's what I love. I do, there's times, this is how I know I'm getting older and I don't like being outside or staying out late, is when we go to restaurants and it's only 9 o'clock, I need an espresso just to wake me up. I miss the food trucks in New York City, like we used to call them street meat. I know it sounds gross, but it's not gross. They were just meat. It's just a cart that sells falafels and all that. I miss those because we don't have them down here. At least I haven't found one. But yeah, but that's my favorite cuisine. My go-to snack. I've been really into hot tamales. You guys ever had hot tamales? It's just cinnamon, pretty much. It's supposed to be hot, but it's legit just cinnamon. Okay, this wall is done. Yay! Okay, so we can make our way up here. Oh, I also have that side of the wall, but let's work up here. What time is it? I may not be able to finish this on this stream because it's a lot. Oh my god. There's a lot. No, sir. That just means you're tired from work. You're a human being. I am a human being. I was talking to Yanni yesterday about um. So when I was younger, my mom lost her temper, and she legit choked me. 2 hands. She grabbed me. You could hit snooze in 30 seconds, and choked me. Um, I guess I was being very frustrated. She lost her temper. I know it's not an excuse, but my mom never did that again. That was just the first time that she just couldn't believe it. I think I was being really bad. You know, sometimes you just get so frustrated. My favorite TV show. I gotta go with Friends. I could always go to Friends and watch it. They were my friends. They were my friends. I love Friends. Grey's Anatomy was. I got your attention. You started the whole thing. Oh, and Law and Order. SVU. I love Law and Order SVU. I got Yanni into it. She was always watching. What the hell's that show? It's not Law and Order. Criminal Minds. She loved Criminal Minds. So I was like, ugh, I don't like Criminal Minds. I like Law and Order. So when she started, I told her, I said, watch Law and Order. You might like it. Now that's all she watches. She has restarted Law and Order SVU for like the 10th time. It's her go-to show. She watches it in the background, and I'm like, oh my God, can we watch something else? And I was like, there's other Law and Orders out there. Criminal Intent was really good. And then they canceled it, so I guess it wasn't that good. Futurama. Well, I like Futurama. What do you like most about streaming if you don't stream? For me, what I like most about streaming is connecting. I like connecting with people. I like meeting new people. Even if people don't follow right away, they could come back. They'll say, oh, hey, this person, I came to this person. This person seems normal. He's not yelling. He's not screaming. He's not shaving his chest for attention. Yes, that has happened. Not on my stream. That's what I like to do. I like to bring joy to people if they're having a bad day. You know what I mean? If you're having a bad morning, if you're having a bad day and you come to one of my night streams, just come and stop by. You might smile, you might not. Maybe there'll be something I say that will make you happy. It'll keep you distracted. I like to distract you. That's what I like to. I like to distract. And then the second part of that question was, if you don't stream, what do you like most about the streamers you watch? I like how they pay attention. The ones that I watch, how they pay attention. I know as you start to get bigger as a streamer, the chat box can start to scroll faster and faster and faster, where it's hard to read. So, but what I do like about a streamer, I'm gonna use Baby Hobo Slaps. He's live right now. He usually has like 40 people in his streams every time he streams. If I were to go in there right now, and this isn't just me, this is other viewers, he legit reads the chat and he says hello to as many people as he can. And by name. He acknowledges the viewers. And that's what I like. You got people that are big. And one thing that I don't want, and this is something that I know because I'm not like this. I'm not this type of individual. If you start to get popular, you start to get big, don't let it get to your head. Don't think you're better than a small streamer. Because guess what? That's where you started. You started as a small streamer. That's how I am. I'm a small streamer. If I become a big streamer, if I get 10 million followers, if I have 10 million people watching me at once, yes, it's exciting, it's exhilarating, but don't forget where you came from. Don't forget the people that helped you along the way. That's what I believe in. You should not forget those people. And those people that are also trying to get big, or not trying to get big, but trying to hit partner, whatever the goal is, help them along the way too, And one thing is, don't buy viewers, don't buy raids, don't buy followers. It's disgusting. It's just disgusting if you got to do that to grow. Because you know what that tells me? That tells me that you have no if you have to buy, sorry, let me just pause this really quick. If you have to buy followers, that means you have zero confidence in your ability to grow. Zero confidence in your ability to connect with people. That's what that tells me about you. That's what that tells me. So if you have to do those things, if you have 500,000 people following you, but yeah, you only have, and then you have 500 viewers, but only 10 people chatting, what does that tell me? What does that tell me? You know what I mean? Connect with people. Go to people's streams, support them. Even if you can't stay long, a simple hello goes a long way. That's what I say. When I'm in bed, sometimes it's hard for me. I have a pretty much a newborn. I'm in bed, and I just try to go into streams wherever I can while I'm in bed. The ones that are streaming at night. The mornings, I try to do the same thing. And this isn't just on Twitch. This is also on YouTube. Oh, it's okay. Thank you for... Wait, what just happened? Who just subscribed? Did someone just subscribe? Did I just hit 20? I just hit 20 subscribers. Look at that. Appreciate it. Oh, thank you so much. Who subscribed? It didn't pop up. Why didn't it pop up? It should have popped up. Freaking alerts. I gotta take time out and look at my alerts. Oh, it was you. Oh, thank you so much, ass. She just hit my goal of 20 subscribers on Twitch. Really do appreciate it. Really do appreciate it. And that's the thing. It's just like, for me, when it comes to subbing, when it comes to bits, if you want to give it, I will accept it. You know, it's because you're appreciating the streamer. You're supporting this. You're not supporting just me. You're supporting the stream is what you're doing. You know, but it's not necessary. You don't need to send me money or anything like that. You know, because I know time is hard. It's rough out there. But it is appreciated. But it's not necessary. You got streamers out there that one time I saw this streamer. Thank you so much, Az. I really do appreciate that she just sent me 500 bits. One time I saw this streamer legit said, I'm not doing anything until I get 5 people subbing to my channel. And subbing costs money monthly. Like, dude, you're just gonna sit there and do nothing? Are you kidding me right now? No, talk to them. Connect. You know what I mean? Az just resubbed 2 months in a row. My God. Ooh, with a Prime. Prime is free. We have Prime. That I say definitely connect with sub with that. I hope they don't take that away. There was a rumor that they were planning to take away the Prime subs. You get that once a month. I think I used mine on Lala the other day. She was very appreciative. She started crying on stream. Longer. I was gone for a moment. You're right. I did stop streaming on Twitch at one point because I was focusing on YouTube. And then I said, you know what? I need to expose myself everywhere. And yes, Mandy, developing relationships. You also said, I love supporting the variety in number of content creators, but the smaller communities are what I prefer. Yes, getting to know the streamer and the audience, the connection, seeing them grow. She's absolutely right. Absolutely right about that. You know, and that's the thing. We don't grow unless we're with people. And as just redeemed, that sound. I got to figure out why it's coming up twice. You don't grow unless you're with. You start off somewhere is what I'm trying to say. And I feel larger streamers forget where they start off. You know, I understand maybe if you hit partner, maybe there's certain things in the contract. Maybe you got to hit certain goals. Maybe you got to hit certain views. Maybe you got to stream for a certain amount of hours. That's different. But if you're legit threatening not to do anything in your streams until 5 people sub to you, I would unfollow right away. I would just be like, no, I'm not supporting this person at all. Do we all need to get paid in terms of making money, in terms of like living life, paying bills? Of course, we all need to. We all have to. But what we do here, think of this like a street performer. That's how I see it. You're performing and entertaining people. That's what you're doing. People are walking by wanting to see you like, oh, this guy's or this woman this individual seems interesting. Let me see what they're about. Let me hear what they're about. Let me see what they're talking about, what they're playing. They're performing. We're performing for you. That's what we're doing. You know? And for some people, this is their job. You know, they got to make money, of course, and you got to hit goals, but don't be an ass about it, is what I'm trying to say. You know? Because when you just say I'm not doing anything until I get 5 subs, then you're an ass. Why would anyone want to support you? That's just my rant on that topic. Anyone has any comments on that? Anybody has opinions? More than welcome. My big counter. That's what that is. You love being an ass? You know? And that's the thing. And just be entertaining. Be talkative. Not everyone's going to want to hear what you have to say. And that is okay. That is okay. Not everyone's going to stay here. Not everyone's going to like you. And guess what? That is okay. Lee, good morning to you, sir. I am playing some Powerwash. That is okay. There's nothing wrong with it. You know? In real life, a lot of people don't like me. And that is okay. I prefer to be alone most of the time anyway. Less of a hassle. I don't got to worry about anyone's feelings. Ooh. For me, it would have to be a Sith. A Sith. There's no good Star Wars games. Even the last Star Wars game that came out, Outlaw, was not good. My God, this is a big area. I'm trying to finish at least this top part on stream. I gotta go to join the power of the dark side. Yeah, I gotta go with the dark side. I gotta be a Sith. How about you guys? Where will you go? You love them all? Yeah, I didn't get Outlaw because it just didn't look good. I will be getting Silent Hill 2. Comes out next week. There is a game that came out recently that they remastered or remade or whatever it's called. I need to do the floor, right? I think we're almost done with the castle floor, thank God. This is a big one. I love this game. It's just so therapeutic and calming. Silent Hill 2, yeah. But, no, there's another horror game that came out recently. It's from the company, I think they're called Supermassive Games. They make those anthologies. I forgot what the game is called. I played the original, and then they're coming out with a remake or remaster. Is this floor not done? Oh, here we go. Ah, now look at the floor. It's nice and clean. Is it so tiring? Star Wars Battlefront. Oh, that was a good one. Does Bigfoot exist? No. If you could put anyone on Mount Rushmore, who would it be? Gal Gadot. I love the way she looks. I don't know, there's something about her that drives me crazy. Her acting is not the greatest, but she seems very nice. Very nice person. She seems like a nice person. I remember the first time I saw Gal Gadot was in the Fast and Furious, one of those movies. I think it was the 4th movie she was in that one. She was really skinny, like really, really skinny. And then I saw her again in Wonder Woman. And then she was like in other movies. I think she was in a comedy after that. But she hasn't really done anything else. I think she's doing the... what is that called? It's a Disney movie. Snow White, I think it is. Me, I speak English and Spanish. That's what I speak. My Spanish is a little broken, but I could understand it if you're speaking to me in Spanish. And I do my best to speak in Spanish because Yanni's parents, that's all they speak is Spanish. So it forces me to learn it. How do I... Oh, look at all that. Hola, queridos. Quiero que sepan cuánto aprecio su tiempo y su energía. Oh, yeah, she wrote it over there too. Espero que su café se mantenga calientito y que sus partidas sean increíbles. Gracias por estar aquí. Ustedes son lo máximo. She'll translate that in English. This is almost done, right? This part. What am I missing here? Here we go. I see it. Oh, let's switch the nozzle really quick to the long one. What am I missing? I thought I did that. There we go. It was that top part. Yeah, so that's what I said in Spanish. Here's a list of games. SpongeBob SquarePants, the Patrick Star. Really? Life is Strange, Double Exposure. I never played the Life is Strange. I was never into the Dragon Age. I am getting Black Ops 6, yes, through the Xbox Game Pass as well. The Veil Guard. Is that the RPG that I'm thinking of? You said thank you a lot towards the end. That's it for my Spanish. Would you ever shave all the hair of your body? No. I would not. I would not shave my head. I think I did all this. I would not shave my head. What time is it? You guys got me maybe for another 20 minutes. And then I do have to get off. No, I would not shave all my head on my body. All my hair on my body. Well, maybe my body, but not my head. I cannot shave my head. I like my hair. I've always been like that, even as a kid. Like, don't touch the hair. I used to always have it combed in school. Gelled up. And I don't even use gel anymore. It's not good for you. Use pomade. If you're going to use anything to style your hair, use pomade. Do not use gel. Gel is not good for your hair. Plus, it leaves it greasy looking. It's just not good. Not good. Don't use gel. And some gel have alcohol. So if you're near something flammable, guess what? Boom. Your head is going to explode. That is true. She's right. She's right. Yeah, it's like the fonts. Are you video games art? What? Is that English? Are you video games art? What does that mean? Are you video games art? I don't know what that means as. Are you trying to say, do I find video games art, like, are games art? You know. If you're asking that question, like, are they, do you think they're art? Yes, I do think they're art. Johnny, read it again. You're adding it. I am. Are video games art? Yes. Yes, they are art. This is art. Look at this. Just designing the game is art. I find it art, especially certain games that are very beautiful looking. That's done. Yeah, I find it art. It shows the creativity of the developer or whoever started the game, the story, whatever it is. So yeah, it is art to me. That's why I think some of this stuff belongs in a museum. Yeah, I think they have a, don't they have a video game museum? I could have sworn they did. What is an underrated video game? This one. It also feels crunchy. I ain't gonna be running my hands through. Yeah, I agree. It does feel crunchy. I gotta say this one as this is an underrated game. I can't think of any other ones right now. But yeah, it does feel crunchy. You are master. Thank you so much. You all masterpieces in my eyes. Thank you, Tony. Thank you. Thank you for coming in. I know it's early for you, Tony. I know you're getting ready for work. Really do appreciate you stopping by. No stream tonight, just so you guys know. My stream will be tomorrow morning. We'll probably continue. I don't know what we're continuing tomorrow. Maybe maybe we'll play a little Call of Duty tomorrow morning. And then there'll be no stream tomorrow night either, because I do have plans. I just found out. So my Friday night stream is not going to happen. I wish it was, but it's not. I think we're gonna go see. I think she wants to see. What is that called? The new Joker movie. I think that's what it is. The new Joker movie that's coming out, or came out. It comes out today. Joker Part 2. I just hope it's not a musical, because Lady Gaga's in it. I like Lady Gaga. I just don't want it to be a musical. I am a prisoner in COD, so I do play it. I don't play it as often like I used to, because it just gives me a headache after a while. But I do play it from time to time. Like, I am going to play Call of Duty 6 when it comes out. Black Ops 6, whatever it's called. What am I missing here? Oh, look. You know, it's just... I don't like playing those games too much because I get very frustrated. There's something missing here with the game. But, you know, I do play it. What am I missing here? Oh, right here. I thought that was it. I thought that was it. Maybe here? Oh, this is annoying. There's a spot here that's missing. What am I missing here? See, it's still a line there. We'll figure it out. All right, Mandy. I'll catch you later. Have a good day. Thank you for being here. I do need... Yeah, go shower. Yes. So I'm gonna actually pause it here because I do have to get off. Let me just change it. We don't need to raid out to anyone today. Oh, you're gonna raid? Okay. Let me just end it here because I do have to get off. I gotta start working. Like I said, I think Thursday mornings we'll do like a morning chill stream. We'll have it nice and calm. Just here chatting with people while I'm doing something. But yes, you could raid out, find someone if you want. YouTube, thank you for being here. Everyone, thank you so much for stopping by. Again, it's a slower paced game, but thank you so much. No stream tonight. We'll be back tomorrow morning, probably play some Call of Duty. So I'll talk to you later. And just remember, keep it classy. Always classy. I'll talk to you in a bit. Bye.